Welcome to Stock Talk. This is your host, Scott. Hope you had a good couple of days of trading in the market. Today was a big day for Novobax. Nice little jump after getting completely destroyed here lately. So we were happy to finally see this turnaround. We're going to talk about that as we look at our portfolio. But the markets were up huge today. A good turn for the market as well. They've been kind of getting beat up a little bit. But they had a really good day yesterday and today. So maybe we're going to get a Santa Claus rally going into the end of the year. But let's take a look at our portfolio and we'll talk about what's driving some of this stuff this week so far. So here's our portfolio. As you can see, we have some green all the way across the market. I'm talking nice gains today for NASDAQ up 3%, 461 points. Dow up 492 and the S&P up 95. So nice moves today as well as yesterday was a pretty good move, if I recall correctly. Now you can see our portfolio is pretty green except for maybe one just barely red. Our Bitcoin's been going up a little bit as well. It did get crushed this past weekend and really took a dip. Let's go ahead and pull that up because we do have one of our stocks that we track that's tied to Bitcoin. But let's just show you the 5-day chart on this one. You can see the big fall off last week on that Friday, and then Saturday even more. So that was big hit for our Bitcoin as well as our stocks that are tied to that. So we've only got one right now that we're holding. We've traded a couple of different ones. I've got Moderna on here again to keep an eye on that to see how it relates to Novobax. So you can see it was up green today, 6%. CLSD, let's take a look and see what it did the last 5 days. I don't think it's done a whole lot. No, it's just kind of been down. Had a little tick up yesterday and kind of sold off towards the end of the day. Another tick up today and then it sold off again. So it just can't seem to get a good run going. But we're playing that for a pop, and we don't have very much of it. HUT, we do have some HUT. This is a Bitcoin miner, and you can see here it had a pretty good day, 9% up, 1% in after hours. Let's take a look at that 5-day chart, and you'll see here we did have a pretty good drop off on that one too, as you can see here with the Bitcoin drop. So looks like it, hit a good bottom there and came back up. So let's take a look at a little bit further out chart and see if we see anything. No, hadn't been this low in a while, so it's been quite a while since that's been there. Let's just see. Yeah, so this is just an area that hadn't been in a while, so we're going to have to keep an eye on that one. But it's going to track Bitcoin, so whatever Bitcoin does, it's pretty much going to do the same thing. NVTA finally got a good day today. It's been having a tough time. Almost 11% today, so hopefully this is the turn for it. We'll see here. One of the guys I watch, he literally likes this one, says it's a $40 stock, but it sure has been down here lately. So got down all the way down to less than $15. So, but a good jump today, and we'll see if it can keep moving. The volume's, a little bit higher than normal, so that's always a good sign when you can get some volume on something. And then, of course, the big one is Novobax. Novobax really took off today. You can see it's up $40, almost $41, and 28%. Really big climb. Just look at this chart. It's a nice daily chart. Just steady climb all throughout the day. Now, last 5 days, let's take a look at that. You can see we had a big drop in this one as well last week, and even Monday it came down even further. So that was a painful day to start the week, but we've made up for every bit of that just today. So hopefully it'll stay there. But this is a volatile ride. There's no doubt about it. But you can see we're above 180 now. That's a good place to be. Usually 185 is even better. But a good recovery today. So, and the volume was heavy. 9 million shares traded there. So yesterday I did, even though it dropped like this, the portfolio was looking terrible because of this drop in the number of shares I'm holding. But what I did is what I've same thing I've been doing a lot here lately with Novobax. I've got a core amount that I'm holding. So and I trade during the day with it. So I may buy some during regular market and sell. That's what I did Monday. Monday we bought at 144. We sold it at 146, and then right before the market closed, I bought again around 141.50, and then all the way up to 143. And so we bought that right before the market closed, and then after the market closed, we were able to sell that at 144.40. So we're making a little bit of money during the day in both IRAs, and that's that's the great thing about not having to pay for commissions anymore, because you can make trades, smaller trades, and you don't have to worry about trying to make up for what it's costing you to trade. So you could trade as little as one share. We're trading quite a few more than that, but if you got limited money, you can trade as little as one share, and in Fidelity you can actually trade share cash amounts instead of shares. So you could actually buy partial shares, I believe. But I don't ever do that. I buy shares. So, but that's what we did. We did make some good trades, and today we did sell some more as it started going up because and these shares that I'm selling, I'm actually selling shares that are for a loss, but I've already swapped them with some cheaper shares. Like yesterday and in the after hours last night as well. I'm getting in a lot cheaper shares, so it's I can go ahead and sell for a loss and then make that loss up down the road as this thing continues to go up, which is what I'm doing. So, um, but we did sell as it went up today. We sold today at 153.38, right at the open, because it was up. I was looking at it in pre-market, and I said, well, if it goes up $10, I'm going to go ahead and sell. So I had an order out there for 152, and I guess the first it opened, maybe it opened at 153.38 or whatever, and that's when my order went through. So I actually got $1.38 more a share than what I had planned on, so that was great. And so my game plan the rest of the day was to sell every time it went up $10 more. And so I did sell some at 162, and I sold some at 172, and then I took down my 182 sales because I thought, well, this thing's gonna at least be 182 in after hours, so I can play after hours, and we may do that for the night. So the market's just now closed about an hour ago, so we've got till 7 o'clock Central, and we may make some more trades depending on what it does in after hours. If it goes down pretty far, we may buy back some of those shares that we sold out of today. So if it goes up a good ways, we may go ahead and cash out in some more. It just depends. Now, let's go back to our portfolio there. I do want to show you an article that came out today. Let me see if I can pull that up for us here. Let's see here. All right, so here's the article I wanted to show everybody. And this is Motley Fool. Now, I don't normally just, go by everything they say. These folks got to write an article for every day just about. So a lot of it's meaningless. And this one's along those lines, but in case you had any kind of thoughts about what might have caused it to go up, this is probably true. The European Medicine Agency head today said that Novavax COVID-19 vaccine should be authorized soon. So that's some confirmation there for the EU. And you can expect several others to follow if that one gets approved. But that's just an actual person there, the head of the agency there that's actually rumored to say that. So I'm sure it's some kind of article out there that you could probably track down. And I think I did see some links in the message boards. So it says a study showed promising efficiency for Novavax vaccine as a secondary dose after a first dose of the AstraZeneca vaccine. So that's a good thing because Novavax could be used as a booster. I'm not sure about the storage on this one. It may be the sub-freezing temperatures. I'm not sure, but Novavax can be, handled in refrigeration instead of having those zero degrees storage type things. So that makes it a lot easier to be a booster, and it's a lot better booster anyway, probably for the efficiencies and things like that. So uh, that's a big news if it gets to be used as a booster all the way around. And then it says Novovax awaits several key regulatory decisions that could provide further catalyst for the stocks. And this is the same stuff that we've just been talking about for a long time now. We're waiting on these approvals, and that's really what's going to keep driving this thing higher. Today, it just kind of soared on the news. It also had a lot, like I talked about. It depends on what the market does as well. It depends on the news, and it just a lot of things, and the other vaccines, and they were all up today. So that's kind of what we did today. That's why we saw the nice run with Novavax. We're going to keep watching that one all week, and hopefully we get some news for the week's over with. One of these hopefully will come out with the news, and we'll see. Here's the thing we got to really watch for when the news comes out. You've probably heard of this saying before, but a lot of times people sell on the news. So you could have a good run up till the news comes out, and then people sell once the news comes out. But I'm not so sure that's going to happen here. I'm thinking that we're going to run pretty good even after the news comes out, because there's a lot of people sitting here waiting on that. And so we're going to watch it though, because if it sells on that news, then we got to rethink some things and get our ideas about how many shares we want to hold versus how many we want to buy if it dips. Okay, so watch for that. Watch for that. Let's hope it doesn't do that. I'm sure hoping it doesn't. I want to see this number right here again. See this number here? That's the all-time high. This is the high this year. I mean, and so that's what we're trying to get back to. And you can see we went up $40 today, $41 today. It doesn't take too much to get this thing moving, and that was really on no real news. So that's good. Watch for that. So, all right. Next, we got Tilray. Tilray, a little green today. Let's see what it's been doing the last week or so. Probably a downward trend. Yep, down. Not anything going on with the cannabis stocks right now. So we can expect that. Nikola. This is our electric truck company, more or less, hydrogen trucks that they haven't really started building them yet, or they started selling them yet, but that's what we're waiting on news for that kind of thing for we can see this one really take off. But it's holding flat for the week, and just watch it for the 1 month here. You see it's dropped off as well. So while it's going to be a while on both of those, and that's okay. But we've got a good green market today, all the way across the board. Crude oil's up, gold's up, everything's up, Bitcoin's up. So if you don't win on days like today, then you really got to wonder about what you're holding sometimes. Of course, we've had some issues there here lately where we were even on green days where we're going down because of Novobax. But it works both ways. I've seen it where it's going up. We're going up while the market's going down because of Novovax. So it really just depends what you're holding, how many shares you're holding in your portfolio. So we're sitting at a good level of cash now, 43% cash, back to a decent level. I was a little low on my cash here in the last few days, especially with Novovax getting beaten up, and I was doing a lot of trading with that. So and we was able to cash in on some of them today, and we're still holding a good bit of shares, not what we were yesterday, but we're still holding a good bit of shares. And of course we are loaded up in our cash account with Novovax. In my options account, I've got 3 options that are all the way out to April. They're 180 calls, and that's on Novavax as well. So we're heavy Novavax, and it's been a good one for all the years, and it's been a good one this year, even still with some of the losses that we've been taking lately. We're still holding. What we're holding right now, we're actually up about 16%, 16.5% on. So we're in the green, good in the green on what we're holding. and so that's a good deal. And so if it keeps going up from here, we're just going to keep adding to that 16.5%, and we'll cash that out at some point. We'll probably start peeling some just like we did today. You know, if it has these big days, you just about got to take some profit, no matter what, because you just gotta, you know, you don't get these kind of days very often. And a lot of times, what happens is you'll get a little bit of a pullback at some point, especially when there's really no news, and then we get back to the same pattern we were before, just everybody freaking out because there's no news. So it goes that way. And again, this is a rough ride. It's a volatile stock, but we like volatility because that's how you make money. And you just got to go against the flow, and that's what hard to do sometimes. You see these things selling off like that, and you're wondering if you made the right decision. And you know, even me, I mean, you know, sometimes I'm wondering the same thing. So it's a tough deal, but you got to stick to your guns sometimes. And and what I always do is I always just kind of zoom out, look at where I'm at. Don't worry about a day's worth of trade or whatever, even a week. I always, if I'm having a bad week, I zoom out for the month, and if I'm having a bad month, I zoom out for the 6 months or year or whatever I need to do to get a real good perspective on things. And because it's like a video I've got made out there, one of my videos is called "It's All Relative," and it is all relative. Uh, this is not something you got to make money on every day because you're not going to. So don't expect that. You're going to have bad weeks. You're going to have bad days, and you're going to question yourself. But remember, usually if you got a good stock and you got a good company and you're going against the flow sometimes on that, you know, trust yourself, trust your gut, and you know that's how you make money. All right. Well, I hope you have a great rest of your week. Let's hope Novobax is turning the corner here, and these things start coming out in the news, and we get this thing back where it belongs, over 300. All right. Thanks. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you later in the week. Bye.